Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Ridwanullah family. Jazakumullahu khair for tuning into another episode of Ridwanullah TV Unfiltered. I'm your host and maximizer, Hussein Mahmoud, working to help you completely maximize the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every single area of your life, and every other single area of your life in this dunya and in the akhirah, by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And inshallah, in today's episode, the Unfiltered episode, which is kind of like my daily vlog, just to kind of give you some insights and breakthroughs bi-idhnillahi ta'ala in your life, I just wanted to kind of demystify something. And it kind of pissed me off because I believed it for such a long time. And I'm thinking that you're probably in the same category as well. It's the people who are lying to you. They lied to me, they lied to you as well about what it means to be in the rat race, or what it means to be in the hamster wheel, as I like to call it, for the most part. And that's the big lie, is that you have to quit your 9 to 5 in order to get out of the rat race, in order to get out of the hamster wheel, so to say. And I think you could probably classify and categorize the 9 to 5 and the hamster wheel a little bit different. The hamster wheel and the rat race a little differently. But at the end of the day, what I'm trying to tell you is, whoever tells you you have to quit your 9 to 5 to get out of the hamster wheel, then they've completely lied to you. And I'll tell you the reason why real quick. Number one is, getting out of the rat race or the hamster wheel has nothing to do with your mode of work. It has everything to do with your financial numbers and how much you're actually making versus how much you're spending and how much you're saving. So if you're saving sufficiently, technically you're not in the hamster wheel, technically you're not a part of the rat race, depending on how you classify that. So the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, so to say. So I guess there's maybe 3 different things that you can kind of consider: the rat race, the hamster wheel, and the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, which is somewhat under the hamster wheel category. So and the reason why is, for me personally, I work with certain entrepreneurs and or investors that particularly are still in the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, right? And when you find them in the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, it doesn't really depend on if you're an employee, entrepreneur, and or investor. All it really depends on is if you're making enough, if you're spending more, if you're spending less than you make and you're actually saving something, that gives you the financial traction. And for me, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has allowed me to see the actual percentages and the details and the depth of them for the most part, and I'm still learning and growing and developing towards it. But I've defined it as a particular percentage and a particular scientific art, which is the 62.5% income. So if you're able to get your paycheck or your income or your profits to 62.5%, that means that you are actually out of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, which is in essence the hamster wheel lifestyle, which is in essence the rat race. So those three different types of rut that we classify it as, that's what I'm talking about. So whoever is telling you you have to quit your 9 to 5 and start a business or start investing or anything else along those lines is pretty much lying to you. And I hope you can see the reason why. Obviously there's a lot more details than there is time, but inshallah I just wanted to kind of put that in your system, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Jazakumullahu khair, Ridwanullah family. You're not in the you don't have to get out of your 9 to 5 to get to be out of the paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, is all I'm trying to say. And I'm not saying that you shouldn't start your own business and or start investing, but within due time, with the proper strategic system and steps, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, that you worked for. Not somebody giving it to you or handing it to you. You got to put in the work, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala. Jazakumullahu khair, Ridwanullah family, for tuning in to another episode of Ridwanullah TV Unfiltered. I'm your host and maximizer, Hussein Mahmoud, checking out by saying, never ever give up on completely maximizing every single area, completely maximizing the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and every single area of the other areas of your life in this dunya and in the akhirah, by the grace, will, and for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala.